So in today's tutorial, I'm gonna be teaching you guys how to handle error in JavaScript. So I'm going to be dealing with the three important things there, which is um, the try, catch, and final. So that's what we are going to be dealing with on this course. So please don't forget to like and subscribe on my channel. Okay, so you're about to start. So the first important thing to gonna do is you're gonna create a file. So go to my workspace. So my workspace, I click on create. So I will call this project name. I'm gonna give it a name of handle error. So great. So now we have our HTML file here. So don't forget to we also have our HTML file here, which is this our JavaScript and our CSS, but actually not making use of the CSS, so I'm going to delete this. So delete, we don't need that for now. So what we need here is the JavaScript and the HTML. So so I'm gonna get rid of this. Just press Ctrl and X, and that is gone. So handling an error, the first thing you're gonna do is creating a variable, a global variable. So I'm gonna give it a value of giving it a value of, let me call it 20. Then I'm gonna close my statement. We're gonna create a function. So this function runs when a button is clicked. So I'm going to create a function. So a function of check. So I'm gonna give it parentheses. Enter. Okay, that is it. So now we want to see if this is working. So I'm going to say document dot document. It's not the first one. So I'm gonna close it. So document dot write. So inside I'm gonna say hello, welcome. So I'm coming to my HTML file. So we don't want this here. So we are going to get rid of it. So place our cursor there. Press Ctrl and X. Gone. Ctrl and X. Gone. So we only have our body and our JavaScript inside the body tag. So what we do here is we're going to create an input. So I'm going to give it a type of submit. When we click on it, something happens. So I say on click. Run the function. The name of the function I called it was check. So when I click on it, the function should be run. So this is the button that is going to be calling that function. So now, if I run it, so and click on submit, and you see hello, welcome. So that means it's working fine. So now we want to be handling our error. So handling our error, we'll put try, then curly braces. Then in your try with your curly braces, you are going to say doc if. So I'm creating an if else statement. So if a is equals to 20, then I want this line of code to run. So I'll say document dot write ln. Then I want this code. Your answer is correct. Then I want it to concatenate. I want to concatenate with the answer of the variable. So give space there. I'm gonna put plus. So plus the answer is a. That is the value of a. Else it should throw an error. So throw an error is in the else statement. Throw an error. So I'm gonna put it like this. A then I'm going to concatenate it. Yeah. So this is the code that is going to run. The try is handling the error from the user. That means the person that is using my application. So if the person that is using my application insert 13 here, it's going to throw this error for him. Then if the person puts the correct answer, then it's going to throw the run the first if statement for him or her. Now we are done with the try. So the next thing we're going to do is we want to catch the error from the what? From the person that is coding. That means the person that is writing the function want to get error in case there is a mistake in the previous code or in the code above, which is the try. So you use the catch to catch your error. So I'm going to give it value of e. So that is what is holding the error, the description of the error, I mean. So our curly bracket or curly braces, then I'm going to say document dot write, then we are going to put error there. There is a mistake on your code. So I'm going to concatenate it with the mistake that was on the code. So in case there is a mistake there, it's going to tell us what the mistake is. So then I'm going to concatenate it with the error. So I'm going to look for plus, then So now I'm gonna close this. So we are going to run this and see what's happened. So if we run this, we have our button submit. When you click on the submit button, see your answer is correct, 20. Now if what if a is not 20 and a is set to something like like 21. Okay. Let me put 23, something like that. Then I run the code and let's see what's going to happen. So I'm gonna click on it. There is a mistake on your code. 23 is not the correct answer. So it's telling me that there is a mistake on my code. 23 is not the correct. That's the error is. So it has run the this and also run the mistake that was there. It has dropped the error that is there. That there is a mistake. 23 is not the correct answer. So I need to give a space here. So there's a space there. So you can see how the catch error works. So in case there is an error there, so if for instance I change this to something like, sorry, yeah, something like G, then and I run this, let's see what's going to happen. So when I click on, you see on the console log, it's telling me that G is not defined. So if I click on submit, let's see what happened. There's a mistake on your code, undefined. It is not the correct answer. That means what we are trying to look for is undefined. The G is undefined. So okay, let us assume that this G was a string. So I'm gonna put G there and run it. So when I click on submit, see there is a mistake on your code. G is not the correct answer. So you can see it's telling me that G is not the correct answer. So it's running the true error and it's also running the catch at the same time, telling me that there is a mistake on the code. So if for instance I get rid of this and it is actually equals to 20, but my document I remove I dot write, like there was a spelling error, I not spell it correctly, then I run the code. Let's see what's going to happen. So you can see this one totally runs the last function there. There is a mistake on your code. Type error, document dot write. So this is where the error is coming from. So the error is coming from document dot write. This is not a function. So this is not a function in our code. So there is a mistake there. So that's why it's very important to use the try to identify your errors and know where the error is coming from instead of you looking, because without that normally you could have gone this line. Actually might find it difficult in case in a situation when you are working in a productive environment where there are bugs of code that you need to debug and stuff like that, so you don't end up having issues. So then the last thing again we're going to be dealing with is the So this final always run. It always run if there's even an error, the final will run, or the answer is correct, the final will still run. So if we say document dot write curly braces, sorry, let's try it again. Let's try it again. So let's put that. So now if we run that, so even though click on submit and the answer is correct, it will still, the last finally will still run. So you see your answer is correct, 20. Let's try it again. You see it still run even though there is an error there. Maybe there's a mistake on your code and you put remove this, and I run that. And you click on submit, the error will still run, and you still see let's try it again at the end of your statement. So they finally always run whether there is something that is correct or it is not correct, it will still run. You can still put throw, you can still use your throw on the catch function too, to throw an error, so that you'll not be having to throw there. So you can use throw and you break your statement. So that is that for today. So what about if I'm coming? I want to try this and see. So it still work. So that is that for today for our try and catch. So if you have any question, please drop it on the comments below and I'll do my best to answer it. So thank you and have a nice day. Please don't also forget to like and subscribe.